This is SOJA Weekly News Update.
Hello and welcome to another episode of SOJA Weekly Update, that authentic platform that gives you latest information about the activities of the Nigerian Army. Today, we will bring you all the inside information all the way from the beautiful land of promise, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, where Nigerian Army has just concluded the Chief of Army Staff 2nd and 3rd Quarters Conference, which commenced on Tuesday, 27 August at the Council of Chief Hall in Uyo. The conference kicked off with the opening ceremony, which set the tone for the productive discussions and strategic planning that followed.
I am deeply honored to be here with you today for the opening ceremony of this combined 2nd and 3rd Quarter Chief of Army Staff Conference 2024. I have noted with keen interest the important role that the regular conferences undertaken by the Nigerian Army play in appraising, training, and operational activities with a view to learning lessons for future undertakings. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, on this note, it is my singular honor and privilege to formally declare open the Chief of Army Staff's combined 2nd and 3rd Quarter Conference for the year 2024 held here at the Council of Chiefs Conference Hall in Akwa Ibom State. I thank you all and God bless you.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, averred that the Nigerian Army has recently acquired combat enablers to enhance troops' effectiveness in the conduct of ongoing operations across the country, that essential combat enablers such as mine-resistant ambush protection vehicles, MRAP, rifles and ammunition necessary to strengthen troops' operation across the country have been acquired and are already impacting positively on troops' operations against security challenges.
The Nigerian Army also acquired other combat enablers such as mine-resistant ambush protected vehicles, weapons and ammunition to strengthen our operations across the country. These acquisitions will undoubtedly enhance the effectiveness of our troops across the various theaters and will help firm up the nation's path to a security environment that will enable economic prosperity.
Pastor Umo Eno, Governor of Akwa Ibom State, while formally declaring the conference open, commended the progressive restructuring of the Nigerian Army, urging the Nigerian Army to maintain the trajectory. He urged the Nigerian Army to remain apolitical and continue to operate within the framework of the principles of fundamental human rights and adherence to rules of engagement in its operations.
Safety briefing today underscores the fact that the Nigerian Army is equipped, well up to date, and aware of the current tradition all over the world in keeping conferences such as this. And I want to thank the Chief of Army Staff for this lofty innovation that is being used. I watch with great delight and pride the many flights of the Army Aviation during the just concluded Army Day celebrations in Jos, and came to the conclusion that the Nigerian Army is constantly innovating and deepening its competence and professionalism as required of a modern army. I must therefore commend the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Lagbaja, for the purposeful direction he has given to the Nigerian Army towards meeting its constitutional responsibilities.
Governor Eno lauded the successes so far achieved by troops of the Nigerian Army and other security agencies across the 6 geopolitical zones, pointing out that the Nigerian Army is a key element of national power and diplomacy. Governor Eno commended the Coas for his sterling and exemplary leadership of the Nigerian Army. He urged the Nigerian Army to evolve strategies that would consolidate on its achievement thus far.
And history has shown that one institution that plays and continues to play a key role in achieving the much needed security is the Nigerian Army. It also remains a veritable tool for projecting the country's national power. Since the assumption of office, I've been particularly impressed with the progressive restructuring of the Nigerian Army.
The highlights of the opening ceremony was the presentation of Nigerian Army Group Life Assurance checks to beneficiaries. The presentation was in fulfillment of one of the pillars of Coas command philosophy, which is to promote sound administration through the implementation of adequate welfare for personnel and their families. Meanwhile, in appreciation of Nigerian Army's efforts in combating crime and securing Nigeria, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Eno, hosted the Chief of Army Staff and other participants of the conference to a dinner at the Government House in Uyo. This is the highlights of the events.
His Excellency, Pastor Umoino, had put out an official public announcement some days ago that residents should not panic at sighting the heavy presence of officers and men of the Nigerian Army in the state. Why? Because the Nigerian Army are not here for war, but for their conference to review strategies. We, the children, found that announcement very interesting because we were taught in a civic education class in school that retreat for the purpose of re-strategy is a plus in the army formation.
I want to thank you, men of the brigade, joining with other security agencies to ensure that we live in peace. And we like to make that commendation very publicly. Thank the commanding officer and for the work that all of you are doing. Let me also publicly thank the Chief of Army Staff for granting the permission for us to meet with some of the officers of Akwa Ibom descent.
On the sideline, on Thursday, 29 August 2024, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, His Excellency Pastor Umo Eno, laid the ceremonial foundation for the affordable home ownership option for all soldiers project during the groundbreaking ceremony held in Insit Atai Uruan local government area of Akwa Ibom State. Represented by the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Akwa Ibom State, Uko Udom, SAN, the Governor commended the leadership of the Chief of Army Staff for his unwavering dedication to the welfare of Nigerian Army troops, while expressing his delight to be part of such a landmark initiative. The aim of the project is to enable soldiers have access to decent living conditions and an opportunity to own their homes.
Today marks a significant milestone as we gather for the groundbreaking of the Uyo Akwa Ibom phase of the affordable home ownership option for all soldiers. It is a privilege to welcome the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tariq Lagbaja, and his team to Akwa Ibom State. Your leadership and vision in initiating this project reflect a deep commitment to improving the lives of our soldiers and their families. We are honored to have this project take root in our state, symbolizing a shared dedication to the well-being of those who serve our nation.
As the AHOA's project is to boost the morale and well-being of the troops, which is essential for maintaining a strong and effective military force. With so much achieved, the conference came to a close with a closing ceremony that marked the end of the productive gathering. Throughout the conference, the Chief of Army Staff and other top Army brass engaged in fruitful discussions focusing on strategies to enhance the Army's operational effectiveness and welfare. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, has urged law-abiding citizens to continue to support the government and security forces in the effort to make Nigeria safe and prosperous. He made the call on Thursday, 29 August 2024, while declaring the conference closed. General Lagbaja reassured Nigerians of the Nigerian Army's resolve to continually collaborate with sister services and other security agencies to ensure security of lives and property across the nation.
I assure Nigerians of the Nigerian Army's resolve to continue to collaborate with its sister services and other security agencies to ensure security of lives and properties across the country. I encourage law-abiding Nigerians to continue to support the government and security forces in the effort to make our country safe and prosperous.
He averred that the conference afforded various theater and formation commanders the opportunity to provide insight on the activities of their forces with a view to better position their operations for positive results. In recognition of the contributions of senior level commanders who were posted out of command recently, the Coas presented the Nigerian Army Formation Command Appreciation and Recognition Plaque to 3 senior level commanders, namely Major General H.G. Tafida, Major General G.M. Mutkut, and Major General M.T. Usman. General Taurid Lagbaja appreciated the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his trust in the Nigerian Army's leadership and the unwavering support to the service. He reassured of the unflinching loyalty and commitment of the Nigerian Army to the country's constitution and promotion of national interests and values.
Please permit me to, on behalf of the Nigerian Army, thank Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, for his trust in the Nigerian Army's leadership and unwavering support to the service. I assure Mr. President of the unflinching loyalty and commitment of the Nigerian Army to the country's constitution and promotion of our national interests and values.
That story concludes our package on SOJA Weekly Update. Don't forget to follow us on our social media handles, Nigerian Army Info on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube for more information. Remember, security is your business and our business. I am Francisca Bile. Bye for now.